Yeah, so welcome everybody and thanks for joining today. So yeah, today it's a little bit like an oxymoron. Pakistan and sustainable sourcing is, I would say, next to Bangladesh, Pakistan definitely is the most unwelcome market when it comes to sustainability. We have, of course, a market with a lot of reputational problems. We definitely have, like in other markets, significant water stress. Areas like Karachi, which is one of the major dyeing hubs in Pakistan. Last time I was there were dye houses where the water is being delivered by tanks, which is, of course, a very inconvenient way of running the business. We have pollution of the air. We have problems with the natural water resources. And it is considered a high-risk country concerning international labor standards and even still some aspects of child labor. So question is why we are here, coming from such a bad area. I'm happy to have with me two people who have a very long backup. So Mr. Holger Fischer is in Pakistan since 1985, and he can tell us a lot of stories about what is going on. And Mr. Zia is from one of his suppliers, CBL, Crescent Group, in Karachi, which is one of the biggest denim producers in Pakistan. So, and of course, we would like to show you that beside of all the problems and risk involved, there is still a solid development in the last 10 years, which is as well pretty exciting. We have the third largest cotton grower, and we have, due to the specific quality of the cotton, we have a very closed supply chain. So from Better Cotton Initiative cotton, to spinning mill, dye houses, sewing and finishing. So everything is in one country, under one roof, which is, for example, a strong point compared to countries like Bangladesh, where you have to import everything. We have a traditionally very strong market when it comes to home textiles and denim, especially related to the cotton quality. But we have a lot of vertically integrated factories who have really done their job, and that is one of the things which we would like to show today. We have GOTS, we have many companies already with STEP by Oekotex, going to the Made in Green labeling. We have REB, BSCI, and other things, and other certificates. And important as well, Pakistan is not that far away from Europe, and we have a country with almost 260 million people, very young people who definitely needs job. And what I always say, the more we buy in Pakistan and the more jobs we are able to create there, each job is one problem fewer. So we need jobs, people have to be busy, and that is part of the global sustainability as well. So, Holger, I would like to start with you. As I mentioned, you are since 1985 in Pakistan, Karachi, Lahore. Can you tell a little bit about your background and some of the projects you have done in the past?
Thanks a lot, Karl, for introducing me. Good afternoon to all of you. Maybe when you heard that I have been working since 1985 in Pakistan, you may think, oh, he's still alive. Because this is an impression about the country, and I'm very happy to be here to maybe widen your awareness about a country like Pakistan, and moreover, even to change the attitude people have once they hear Pakistan. When I started working in Pakistan, nearly like a pioneer, things were much different than nowadays. Over decades, the country, especially the textile industry, which is the major industry of Pakistan, the major export industry, developed a lot. At the beginning, it was mainly America-driven. American customers came to Pakistan, placed the orders, that's it. It was a country of, can call it, contract manufacturers. Meanwhile, especially in the last decade, things have changed a lot. As Karl mentioned, Pakistan offers a huge variety of raw materials which can be used and which are used in the textile industry. And when we started with the whole matter sustainability approximately 12, 13 years ago, it started mainly with, if it comes to social compliances. We really succeeded within a period of 3 to 4 years to make all our suppliers we are working with, and that's approximately 146 suppliers over all product ranges, to make them social compliant. And then the next step came if it comes to sustainability, and this is something where we are still working on, and you would be surprised to see how far ahead in comparison to other Asian markets Pakistan is already, especially if it comes to measurements and technological aspects, water saving. I'm very happy to introduce one of our top denim suppliers. It's a company CBL, it's the abbreviation for Crescent Bauman Limited, located between Lahore and Faisalabad, that means in the north of Pakistan, which is a fully integrated unit and with whom we do a lot of sustainable denim for customers all over the world. Whether it's American customers, for example, like Levi's for their complete European collection, whether it's companies like Diesel, whether it's customers, department store chains like El Corte Inglés in Spain, the complete Otto Group Germany with all its 21 single mail order companies. So, and it's really interesting to see that the Pakistani suppliers have changed their mentality in two main matters. The first is they really are aware of sustainability. Not only that we taught them, hey, you have to be sustainable, the drivers of the industry, and CBL is one of the drivers of the Pakistani textile industry, they really put all efforts in to become sustainable. Moreover, it was always also interesting to see that since Pakistan got the GSP, meaning duty-free exports to the EU countries, out of a sudden, a lot of European customers came to Pakistan. This was 1st January 2014 that they were awarded the GSP. Meanwhile, there are a lot, if I mention more than 100 companies, if you speak about the big ones in Pakistan, who have really all kinds of certificates needed to be called sustainable. Whether it's STEP certificate by Oecotex or normal Oecotex certification, and mainly going to made in green, like CBL company. And it's...
Yeah, and I know from the different projects you have done, some of them we have done together. One important thing in today's discussion is we are able to measure development. And I think that is for future developments in the area of sustainability a key trigger. We have to be able to define a set of KPIs at the beginning of each project and then measure development and see where we are ending. And I think that is one key aspect for future developments in the area of sustainability. I know that we have been talking for almost 10 years about if you do it really sustainable, you will save costs and it will be a more efficient production, but I know as well that so far we always had problems to prove that situation is this way. And the amazing thing for me is that, especially since last year, we really were able to get out of a lot of projects where we can say, okay, look, we have measured water consumption, energy consumption, as well as a reduction. And we are just showing you some figures from the different projects which have been done. And just in December, we had an event in Lahore where the owner of another dye house was on stage and said, you know what, we have worked in all these areas and we are now faster, we are more efficient, and we have saved $300,000. So we really, sustainability is a trigger, environmental and social aspects are a trigger for better business. And that is something we have been always waiting for, and now we are able, with different figures from the social area, from the environmental area, to show that if you really manage all aspects of your business, you come up with a better company. Yeah.
Yes, and I think one of the most interesting things is everybody speaks about certifications and this is a must and so on, but I think the most important point is really evaluation. A lot of things have never been measured. We can really prove with a lot of our suppliers who are open-minded, who give us all the data, daily water consumption, daily water usage, which chemicals they are using. So we have open books which we can read with them, and finally we can really evaluate and see, look, this is a water you've saved every day now. These chemicals, you used less chemicals, so altogether it's really interesting to see that by means of modern way of producing, using modern newest technology, you can, as a supplier, save money, save the environment, and this is another good thing for the customer, like you, and the consumer, meaning an environmental friendly, more effective production means a price stability, or at least a price-conscious product.
Okay, beside of all this, we would just show people here something you are using as well now. You guys are using 3D sample studios. Can you explain that a little bit, and then we will get to the jeans you guys are doing there?
Of course, by using 3D sample studio, you also do something positive for the environment, plus you do something positive also for the costs. But speaking, for example, you don't need to make thousands of samples anymore to send it to the customer all over the world with the carbon dioxide footprint and so on. This is old times. You can nowadays develop, and there are really good, really very well working 3D softwares on the market, even a brand new one which connects already the patterns to the ready-made garment, yeah, where you can just show to your customer, hey, these are the developments we have done, this is our collection, maybe this is your collection, look, is it like you? So this saves time, saves a lot of work, and saves the environment. And you are using it regularly, Zia. We are working with a lot of customers.
Yes, we are working with this for the lot of customers. So it's easier for the customer as well. So by using that, they can make any changes they want by seeing it on the picture. So it reduces the duplication of the sampling.
And I think it would be maybe useful now to ask you, what have you, as a huge denim supplier, done within the last decade and years to really become sustainable?
I will start with the starting of my company, the Crescent Group. In 1994, when we started up, we take an initiative and we take a responsibility to this planet, and we plant our first tree at the same time when we put the foundation stone. At the moment, after passing up that much of years, we are at 800,000 trees planted at our facility, and we are about to achieve a target of 1 million in a few months. After that, we know that the water is the big resource for us, and we have to save it as much as possible. Nanotechnology is launched just a while ago by Genologia, but 6 years before that, we start using a different technology called eco-sustainable stone washing that reduces 40% of the water consumption out a pair of the jeans. So by using that, we are saving 141 cubic meter water per annum.
A lot. A lot, yeah.
And we also try to save the energy as well by using some electro panels. And we have some certifications as well on that. But saying the sustainability is nothing until unless you cannot measure it. So Generalogy has introduced that software for EIM scoring. So what we do, we try to develop all the washes in a sustainable way where we can achieve the green score of that.
I know that a lot of your customers, and also our customers, are especially using a label. I don't know whether you're all aware of this EIM software, which stands for Environmental Impact Measuring. So there you can really see, I think it measures and evaluates what is your consumption of chemicals, how much water did you save, how much energy did you save, and there's one point more.
Workforce you are using.
Yeah. And by means of this, you can label your denim, your jeans jacket, whatever, yeah, with the, for example, low impact, medium impact, normal, which means high impact. And we have seen it with some of our customers that especially the consumer are looking at it and saying, oh, this is an environmentally friendly produced denim. Yeah? And yeah, I think moreover, you're also doing measures, you save water, I think also, especially in the secret of denim, in the finishing process, if it comes to the effects and the washing.
Effect and the washing, what we did, we installed the laser machines, which saved all the dry processing, rather doing by hands or by machines, other machines which use water. The laser is doing the same process without using it. So by doing that, we are saving 20% per garment water. And on top of that, also we have a treatment plant, water treatment plant, which has a capacity of 1,700 cubic meter processing, which also enables us to save this water with zero discharge of any hazardous chemical, and we can use this for cultivation of our plants and trees.
Sounds good. And I think you even go a step further. I talked to the owner, and he explained to me, and that's not the only company in Pakistan who is doing these things, explaining me that by latest end of next year, 2020, he wants to achieve that the complete water you are using will be reused again in the processing, so that no new water is needed up to a certain point.
Yeah. We can recover, we are trying to achieve at least to recover 80% or 90% water, to reuse it for washing it again, use it for again washing it and using it in our washing process. So by 2020, end of 2020, we'll hopefully will achieve that target as well.
And just the speakers before, you heard there are a lot of, let's say, methods and activities how you can save water. One thing is, of course, if you don't need so much cotton and wash the cotton and all the process, if you use recycled cotton, for example, or other fibers, like, yeah, so you save a lot of money. I know that CBL, with a lot of customers on their demand, use recycled cotton, post-consumer waste, post-customer waste cotton, and that even with some of their customers, brands, who start collecting jeans which you don't wear anymore, which you don't like anymore, they select them in their stores, collect them, and then send them back to the supplier who uses these old garments again, recycles it, shredded, and uses cotton again. This is something which the big multiple integrated companies in Pakistan do. I could name you easily 20, in denim 5, and the rest is mainly in home textile and knitwear. But I think this is the right approach how to save resources, not only water, but also cotton.
Yeah.
So you guys are working, I know, pretty much on denim jeans, which is produced without almost any water. Can you show us some samples of what you have done lately?
Yes.
Give us some examples.
For sure. The basic perception is that whenever we use sustainability, we cannot achieve fashion. here I would like to show you that with fashion, with sustainability, we can make the fashion. Like if I'll say about this pair of the jeans, we only use 2 liters of the water by making this pair of the jeans. You can see it's looks like a heavily washed garment, but only 2 liters of the water is used. On conventional way, normally 70 to 80 liter water is required to make this kind of garment.
So, and what have you done to reduce it from 70, 80 liters per jeans down to 2 liters?
Most of the process, dry process is done by our laser machines, and balanced process is done by our eco-sustainable stone washing process. So through that, we saved a lot of water.
Of course, that is substantial. 2 liters instead of 80 liters is a massive reduction. And so the next step will be on top of that to reduce the water consumption during the denim process. And
even you can see this type of the washes we can achieve as well by
laser technology.
Okay, beside of laser and then you have the eco-friendly stone washing process. That are the 2 main triggers you use at the moment to bring it down. Right. And material-wise, we talk about recycled cotton.
On material-wise, we are working on using 50% of the recycled cotton from post-consumer waste and 50% of the refabra. By doing that, it's a 100% sustainable product.
Okay, great.
Depending on the customers, you will always find suppliers like them who can offer you every kind of cotton, whether you want to have organic cotton, whether you want to have recycled cotton, whether you want to have cotton made in Africa, which is an initiative of the Otto Group, whether you want to have better cotton initiative. Generally, this also now maybe a short sentence to CBL, they are using already generally in all their production, even if the customer don't ask for sustainable cotton, BCI
cotton. We are using BCI cotton, whether our customer asks or not.
Okay, so the situation is that you are able to supply almost anything, but can you tell us a little bit about the customer? Is the demand there? Are people really asking for what you are able to offer them? Who are the major brands who are looking for stuff like this?
I would say the demand is increasing day by day, but at the customer ends also, they are realizing that the future is with sustainability. So now the big customers as well as the small quantity customers are also asking about the sustainable products, sustainable way of washing, sustainable way of using fibers, and sustainable way of dyeing the denims. Yeah.
And Holger, what is your experience? Are the customers more and more asking for it, or is it a nice to have?
Clearly. But the good thing is, this is one good thing that really all our customers are asking for it, meanwhile. But the good thing is that the whole thing in Pakistan started before the demand from the customer side came. And this is something why I love Pakistan. I always call it my second home country, besides that the people are friendly there. But it's really the awareness that you have a country in Asia that let's say, in the industry, the industrial leaders, really from their own point of view, started thinking sustainable. And this made it, of course, much more easier for people like me, to convince or to show to customers, to potential customers, hey, Pakistan is not like you think, a third developed country. The textile industry is on the worst stage. It's the opposite. And believe me, I'm always happy when I see surprised people coming to Pakistan, maybe for the first time, seeing the textile industry there, especially in denim, because that is one of the core competences, besides home textile, of Pakistan. To see really that they are astonished, looking, wow, we would have never expected that a country like Pakistan is able to do this. So I don't know who of you has ever seen a complete denim production, for example. A lot of steps involved. And if you go nowadays to the leading suppliers of Pakistan, you will be really surprised how it is organized and how they think of sustainability.
So we can say the pattern is a little bit, because of the reputation has been so bad, of course for good reason over the years, a key group of suppliers said, okay, now we have to get even better and more active, because otherwise people will not believe what we are doing, which is of course a pattern which we have seen in the past, even with Western brands and retailers. Once they have been really attacked, they started to think, okay, now we have to go the other way and try to be better. So we see this pattern as well. Okay, then I would say thank you very much. I hope we could deliver some valuable information to you and maybe change a little bit your view on this market. So of course there are still a lot of challenges and problems involved, but that we have in almost any other Asian market as well. So, and yeah, if you are a little bit open-minded now to what is possible there, I think then we're able to do a good job. So thank you very much for getting here today.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, enjoy the next event. Thank you.
Karl, may I say one last word? Maybe you get the feeling I really like and love Pakistan, and always try to bring this pride over to people who never heard anything. One final sentence from my side. Besides that, Pakistan is, or the Pakistani textile industry, and here mainly the denim industry as well as the home textile, they are thinking sustainable. But besides this, something you also find in Pakistan, which a lot of people till now don't imagine, R&D. They have excellent developments. A lot of our customers don't bring their collection for production to Pakistan. We develop their collection, which they later on take as their collection. And this is also something, yeah, which maybe is not so known. Everybody thinks, Pakistan, they can just copy and maybe mass production. Nowadays, really, and I've been doing especially denim business since 1985. I would rate them as one of the leading countries if it comes to denim, also in design and product development. Thank you very much.